everyone, I'm Natalia. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to do a video to give you an idea of the ways that I do a single card draw in the mornings if I want to make it more actionable, if I want to make it a little bit more active. I am a huge fan of tarot being active and actionable because I believe that it is through action, through actually acting on things that we modify our behavior. And by modifying our behavior, we modify ourselves. And that's what leads to self-growth. So I'm all for action, even though one can easily say that reflection, self-reflection, and reflecting is also an active act versus a passive one, and I don't disagree with that. Today I'm talking about how can we make that single card draws even more actionable for us throughout the day. I absolutely love doing a single card draw, not two, not three, not four, but a single card, because it's quick, it's to the point, it gives me just enough journaling prompts to journal on. And for me personally, single cards over the years have been, as all of you know, an amazing way to learn tarot. Because when you do a single card draw, this is how you over the time learn what the cards mean, because you get to observe these energies throughout your day. I also love doing single card draw because you learn your own relationship to particular archetype and how it specifically manifests when you read for yourself. Over the years, when I draw a tower card as my daily energy card, it has proven 99% of the time that the tower in such mundane single day draws is always referencing small shifts within my headspace. Oftentimes, it is small paradigm shifts. It is oftentimes small perspective shifts. It is oftentimes me realizing and looking at situation differently than I looked at it before. And that's a great relationship and understanding of the card, because if I did not have it, I would be freaked out every time I draw a tower card. When you get to the point when you are not a novice in tarot, and even if you are a novice, sometimes you just want a little bit more actionable step. Drawing a single card, and a lot of us, I think, are drawing single cards with this basic question such as, what is the energy of today, or what is today is going to be like? And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's more cloaked observational question, because basically it doesn't tell you how to act, even though you can deduce how to act based on what's going to come up. For example, Tower card for me tells me not to act resistant, but to be open to what shifts might come, because it's going to happen inevitably, i.e. it's going to crumple down, so you might as well not resist it, right? So you can think of actionable way, approach it, but do we actually follow up with those actionable ways? And sometimes I think it's even better when you set an actionable step for yourself. I did another video on the question to ask yourself for daily single card draws that is more action oriented, and I'll link that video below, versus asking the video, versus asking the cards, what is the energy for today? And that's also a great way to do actionable plans. But today I wanted to be a little bit more active oriented for those who are looking for something more, and maybe just to give it a try, to try something new with your daily draws. This idea for this video today came from my interview on my exploring perspectives that I did with Susan Chang. And if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It is a wonderful interview. I will link it below too. And Susan has some great books that she has written, and she has phenomenal podcast that she co-hosts with Emma Millian called Fortune's Wheelhouse, which is, as those who know, is an amazing podcast that goes into detail of Rider-Waite-Smith and Zostag. And so the idea came from what Susan does for her morning draws, and then the idea also came from the ways that I see and understand Zostag. Because to me, this is not just a tarot deck. To me, this is a magician's deck. What I mean by that is I strongly believe And this also goes along with Millie Duquette interview, who also looks at those decks the same way too. One of the ways to look at it is that this is not just, like I said, tarot deck. Each card is also a sigil. Each card is also a spell. Each card is also what's the word that I'm looking for? Sigil, spell. There was something else I was looking for. But each card is imbibed with magic. So if you wanted to have magic happen, all you need is to pull out a card in a correspondence to the magic that you're trying to make happen. And I'm sure that other decks can operate the same way. And if you have a different deck that you feel connected to, it definitely can serve the same function. But this is talisman. That's another word. I mean, talisman, sigil, spell, you know, name it. For example, when my days are slow and sluggish and I want them to speed up, I will pull out 8 of Wands and put it on my desktop, and I guarantee you my day moves swiftly. When I want to, here's an example. If I were to I just started my new podcast, and if I was feeling afraid and was afraid to take a leap, I would pull out the full card as a sigil and also as a spell work to help me energetically make that leap. So you can see how the cards are really not just a tarot deck. This is why it's so powerful to carry it with you, because you can just whip out and do magic spell at any moment. When I was traveling and we were looking for a house to buy for the houses I liked, I would whip out cards such as, for example, 6 of discs for success, 9 of discs for gain. I would even whip out a magician's archetype to help me do archetype. And sometimes I will whip out Queen of Discs because she's sitting on her land looking over her territory. So this is very powerful in my opinion. And this deck especially, in my opinion, is super, super powerful. So what do I recommend? Well, instead of the daily, what is the energy of today? What is today going to be like? I'd be curious, by the way, to know if anybody watching this does a single card draw with another question. And if so, I'd be really interested to learn what question do you ask? Because I think a lot of us do what is the energy of today? What I need to know today? Or what's today going to be like? Susan Ching does what is today going to be like card, and then she draws a second card, which the way she leads with it is, and I propose. So energy of today, Hermit, and she draws blindly from the deck, and I propose. Oh, okay. So Hermit is the energy of today, but I propose Empress. So 2 different energy. One is more introverted, going inwards, retrieving into yourself. And Queen of, why do I think it? Sorry, can't even speak today. Empress is I know a lot of people consider her associated with not only abundance, but also pregnancy, pregnant ideas, but I also see a nurturing, and to me, nurturing is an active energy. So we have 2 energies that maybe not necessarily in sync. So maybe there's a part that wants to go inwards, but I propose try to find the balance and try to also stay above versus going downward into the underground. That's what Susan Ching does. My idea is somewhat similar and a little bit different. Let's say you draw a card, and especially if you are not a fan of what you drew, so 10 of Swords. You got 10 of Swords and you're like, shit, energy of today, 10 of Swords. Already, and I have a class on this called Psychology Behind Negative Cards, because we interject that meaning immediately. And believe it or not, it psychologically will affect you throughout the day, thinking about this and how this is going to manifest. So instead of blindly picking a card, I propose. And what if propose comes out futility? And then you're thinking, oh, wow, this is outside of my control. I don't even have any control over the situation over here. It's completely gone nowhere with. What if you actually actively went through the whole entire tarot deck, right? And what if you said, we got the ending here. And then what if I propose and you actively pull a card that is not only what you want to embody and bring into your day to day, but this is also a card for you that symbolizes a sigil and a spell work that you want to also bring into your life today. Why Sun card? Because Sun is confidence, it's ownership, it's being able to be strong and resilient within yourself. And so now, suddenly, even right now, energetically, as I look at them, I don't know about you, but for me, when I look at them, this doesn't look so bad, does it? When this right next to it, because suddenly you're like, huh, I got this. I got this. I am stronger than this. Not to mention, this is also a major. So this is where the idea comes in. Instead of doing a single card asking for the energy, how about do the card? You can still do the single card asking for the energy or how your day goes, but then say, and I propose, but propose actively. Select actively what you want to propose versus picking the cards without seeing the cards. Actually go through the deck. What do you propose today? How do you want to feel today next to this energy? You may, and this doesn't have to be always when you pull a negative card, right? So, for example, let's say I'm going to pull today. Okay, here's a good example. So let's say I'm going to pull today all of this beautiful, beautiful, yummy, yummy emotional abundance as my days of energy. And I'm like, wow, this is great. This is wonderful. There's a lot of flowing here. There's a lot of emotions here on the table. There's a lot of things I can, and I propose, share with somebody I love. I can take all of this that is flowing through me and I can go ahead and impart it either with my partner, or maybe I can create a very emotive and beautiful content for my viewers and share this flow today with everybody else. So now do you see how you're looking at the energies of today and you actively being participant in your destiny, in your life, you actively, willfully deciding how you want your day to go. And this is not about maintaining control in your life and clinging on control. No, control is an illusion. It doesn't exist. But it is about becoming more active participant in your life versus a passive participant in your life. It is about stepping in and deciding, because here's the thing, like Carl Jung said it beautifully, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to summarize, but he said it beautifully. He said that if you don't become, if that which remains unconscious doesn't become conscious, it will forever rule your life, and you will call it fate. Meaning, if you're not going to be an active participant in your life and become conscious of things and create what you want to create actively in alignment with who you are, you will operate through day unconsciously, bumping into walls, manifesting behavior, not even knowing why you're behaving the way you do. And whatever the outcome is going to arise out of it, you're going to say that was fate. That's how it was meant to be. Well, it doesn't have to be. Yes, the day is going to unfold regardless. So you might as well actively decide how it's going to unfold and how it's going to flow. And I think this is such a great way of doing creating. Actively, how you can actively propose today, right? Drawing this card, right? Okay, wow, lots of motion, all of this in the background, pushing into all of this work that is going to happen today. And all of this work that is going to happen today, probably in relationship with maybe some other forces, maybe other human beings, maybe if it's just not human beings, but maybe there's going to be numerous tools and technology at the table that you're going to be utilizing to make this work happen. Ooh, productive, beautiful day. And I propose actively making this victorious. How do I make it victorious today? I'm going to be more disciplined. I'm going to focus. I'm going to reduce my social media use. I'm going to make sure to look at my goals. And I'm going to make sure that I conquer at least 3 most important tasks pertinent to those goals to make it victorious. See, now again, side by side, the minute we made it, I propose actively, consciously selected victory card. Suddenly you're seeing a picture unfold. Suddenly you're seeing the way you can navigate it. This, I think, is such a great way to do a daily draw. It is so much more active and so much more actionable way. And even if you're working with clients, you can, let's say you do a reading for a client, and then you say you do a big spread reading, and then you can ask them, well, what would you like to propose for the situation? What can you think of? What would you want to bring to help you with the situation? What do you need? And then have the client tell you, and then based on what they tell you, pick an archetype that fits with what they need, pull it out for them, take a picture with their reading, give it to them, tell them to have that picture on their phone, and remind them that that's the energy they need to tap into to make everything more actionable and moving forward. So hopefully this was helpful. I love doing this. I just love discovering new ways for us to do not only morning draws, but new ways for us to utilize this absolutely just hands down, unbelievably amazing and beautiful, beautiful tool. So comment below, let me know, what question do you ask yourself when you do a single card draw? Is it also what energies for today? What's today going to be like? How do you like tarot to be actionable? Do you like it to be active? What are your feelings about that? And have you tried this particular method of I propose actively making things happen? And how that worked out for you? So comment below. Love hearing all of your thoughts, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.